Episode 1169, How Can I Make Your Day Better?
It's time to train for life and love your journey. In this episode of Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie, you'll learn new ways to rediscover, rejuvenate, and renew your mind, body, and spirit. Please welcome your host, certified life coach, personal trainer, and nutritionist, Christiane Wargo.
Staring at a stop sign, watching people drive.
Happy day. It is a fabulous day. It is the weekend. And yes, we are talking about Relationship Builders Day. Are you ready to build that foundation on your marriage? How can I make your day better? We're diving deep. For those of you who are brand new to Create You Now, welcome to this incredible family. I'm so delighted of your presence. If you already haven't had the opportunity, you'll want to head on over to createyournow.com where you can learn more and sign up for the Kisses newsletter, the Keep It Simple strategy, everyday solutions to live, love, and impact. Well, one question to ask daily that will change your marriage is how can I make your day better? The focus goes from what are you going to do for me to serving your spouse right where they are, where they need you to show up in their life. But be real. Are you doing that? You probably did to some degree when you were dating. Depending on work or school deadlines, you might have asked if there was anything you could do to help. You know, I'm going to the grocery store. Can I pick anything up for you? Or I'm going to be in the neighborhood. Can I drop something off? Can I run by? Do you need a hug? And early on in marriage, when things were less complicated, not as many distractions like children, deadlines, workouts, movies, games, a cell phone, anything and everything to draw your attention away from the one you pledged your love to. Honestly, I see too many people jamming their days with WIIFM. Have you ever listened to that channel? It's a great channel if you're into, well, you. WIIFM, what's in it for me? I want you to think about that for a moment. WIIFM, what's in it for me? This channel has the highest ratings ever. And no one can compete with it because it's all about you. It's all about you. And we tend to forget that, well, marriage is a relationship between two people. You're not married to yourself. If so, well, you might as well stay single forever. When you come together in a relationship, in a marriage, it's between two people. If you are dialed into WIIFM, your marriage is going to suffer over time. I promised you that. Basically, you're saying that if there's nothing in it for me, then there's, well, nothing. I'm in it to win it. It's all about me. This doesn't cut it. Unless you want to destroy your marriage, you have to turn off WIIFM. And that is your Kiss to Keep It Simple strategy. Turn off WIIFM. I never thought of a channel that way, but it makes sense, right? Okay, maybe some of us are more new schooled. We're all listening to iHeartRadio or Apple Tunes and we're downloading our music and we don't even listen to the radio anymore. Sirius XM, what's that? Well, WIIFM, it's one that unfortunately you tune into way too much. Be honest. Be real with yourself. Try to find that authentic little, notch in your tummy that you get that's going, oh, if I do this, I know ultimately I'm not going to feel real good. It's that gut-centered, you better think again. But the thing is, we turn that off in marriage because we've got WIIFM playing way too loud. It's blaring. Do you remember those old-time speakers, what we call the boom boxes? You remember those, don't you? Okay, maybe I'm really dating myself. I know that. And it was really cool to carry him up on your shoulders and walk down the street. The bigger, the better. And man, if you had that bass, you could feel it walking by and you're like, oh yeah, I'm all cool. This is me. Well, that's basically what you're doing with WIIFM. It's all about you. It's all about me. Come, attention to me. Draw it to me. Point everything to me. What's in it for me? What's in it for you? A dying marriage is what's in it for you. You can't have a relationship when you're always tuned in to your own channel, your own experiences, your own life, your own dreams. You do have your own dreams, and they're important to have those. But if you said I do, which right now, if you're still listening, you're in a relationship or you would have turned me off by now. So whether you're married or dating seriously, maybe you've recently divorced and you're in another relationship. You're in a relationship. That means there's more than one person. And when you come into that relationship, it's not all about you. You've pledged to be a part of someone. You can have your dreams, but you have to understand now that there's another person involved. And then if you get little tag-alongs called children, oh yeah, you have to consider them too. Have you ever had those thoughts, those, dreams, maybe the shower experience where you're just standing there or you're pondering just for no reason? There's absolutely no reason why this thought crosses your mind, but it's like, I wonder what my life would be like if I didn't have children or if I married someone differently. Be honest. We've all had them. And if you haven't, you're not being honest with yourself. Because there is no relationship in this world that's perfect. Even when Jesus walked on this earth, there was no relationship that he had that was perfect. He was perfect, but no one else was. So therefore, no relationship was perfect. Turn off WIIFM. Maybe you have to start by turning it down, but ultimately you got to turn it off. You got to engage the love bombs. You know that big boom box? Yeah, it's all about the love bombs, man. You are turning them up. You're going to turn up that bass for all to hear. I got a love bomb to share right now, right here. These are your questions that you're going to ask your lover. They're called love bombs. How can I make your day better? How can I serve you? How can I add joy to your life? Have you ever asked those questions before? How can I make your day better? Have you even been asked those questions? Unfortunately, most of us have not. But this is a game changer in your marriage. It's a game changer in your relationship because you make it about them and not about you. You turn off the WIIFM and you say, you know what? This love bomb that I have for you, I'm igniting it today, every day. Now, you don't have to ask the same question. That's why I gave you 3. Number 1, how can I make your day better? Maybe if you have someone who's going through a hard time at work, there's just a lot of stuff happening. That's a great question to ask. You're not infusing guilt. You're not saying, oh, baby, it's not this, I feel so sorry for you, pat on the back. You don't want to do that because that's not empathetic and it feels forced. This, how can I make your day better? It's that little hug that says, you know what, babe, I'm here for you. You're going through something, I'm here for you. But you don't have to sit there and have this huge, long conversation, which as women, we love to talk. Too many words. Just ask the question and then be quiet. How can I make your day better? Number 2, how can I serve you? Maybe they're having an awesome time. They've already gotten a promotion. Life is going great. You just seem to be at the right place at the right time in your life. And don't you love those moments? You got to savor them. And it's a good thing to be in that journey in your life and that, where you are. It's awesome. Revel in it a little bit. Praise God for it. But take it a step further and say, how can I serve you? And number 3, how can I add joy to your life? It's not, hey, how can I make you happy? That's not it, because that's going to take you down some very difficult discussions, number 1, and probably things you may not be ready to hear, honestly. Because one person doesn't make you happy, but that's for another episode. How can I add joy to your life? If you have never tried this, be prepared to be blown away. You might get silenced because your spouse is in shock that something has taken over their spouse. They're going to be like, a little bit like alien. Someone taking over your body? Did something happen last night? Did I miss the bright lights and what's going on here? Or they might be waiting for a comeback. Well, if she's going to do this for me, what is she going to get out of it? It's one of those questions with a question. You might even be ignored. No answer. They may just be waiting for you to repeat it again. I guarantee you when you ask that question, as long as they're not drowning in water somewhere or there's a loud noise, they're going to hear that question because it's one that you haven't asked. You're not sitting there whining at them. You're not saying, hey, I want this. It's all about me, WIIFM, remember? Yeah, you've taken that out of the equation. How can I serve you? How can I make your day better? How can I add joy to your life? They're going to hear it. And then they're going to sit there and just maybe ponder it a little bit. You can ask again later. Don't be pushy. Let them chew on it. When you're trying to make yourself happy through someone else, you will never, ever reach happy. And that's what we do. When you are listening to WIIFM, that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to make yourself happy. It's all about me. There will always be emptiness and gaps and holes in your life when you are trying to be happy from somebody else. It's not going to work. Or something else. It doesn't have to be someone. It could be something. But when you live your life to impact others with your love, that's when the fire is ignited. It's called the love bombs. You remember walking out in an open field? They don't maybe have those as much anymore, but I know when I was growing up, we'd go out to the farm. We'd have these huge bonfires, and they would be roaring, and the warmth around them was just incredible. There was something about watching that beautiful fire burn. See, that's the fire, the love, the energy that God has for us. When you see a fire of that magnitude, that's what you want to ignite within yourself. And you do it by dropping the love bombs and turning off WIIFM. What are you listening to lately? Is it all about you? Are you getting a bit selfish? I know, it's easy to do. I've been there. And you don't mean to. Some of us do it honestly, and we don't even mean that we're doing it. And you begin to think, oh, I'm not like that. I don't listen to WIIFM. I'm so not there. Oh, yeah, you probably are then. I had a few talks with God, and I didn't think I was listening to WIIFM, but oh, I sure was. Yet my perspective, how I saw it, was, oh, no. It was all about everybody else. I was trying to help everybody else. But instead, it really was all about me. Maybe you want some help turning off WIIFM. Click on the link, Take Aim in the show notes. I have a free gift for you. It's a coaching call with me. When you click on that link, that will begin our conversation. You don't have to feel guilty about tuning in to WIIFM. We all do it. Our degrees may be a little bit different. Some may be more selfish than others. But when you begin to recognize it, listen to your language, how you speak, the sentences that you use. I catch myself every once in a while. Listen to the way you speak to your children. If you're one who's wrestling with WIIFM, let's talk. Click on that link and that will begin our conversation. You know, you're not alone. And this is not an episode to feel guilty by any means. You're here because you want a solid foundation in your marriage, grounded by God. Because you see, He gave us this gift called love, which we all want, which we all are in search of. But the problem is we're a little screwed up. But you can unscrew it a little bit. And you can be healed by the way you love. When you live your life to impact others with your love, that's when the fire is ignited. How can I make your day better? How can I serve you? How can I add joy to your life? You want a marriage on fire? Drop the love bombs. Which love bomb are you going to drop first? I love you so very much. I cannot wait to see you on the other side. Blessings, hugs, and lots and lots of love. We'll talk to you real soon. Bye-bye.
Feeling inspired, ready to train for life and love your journey? Visit createyournow.com for more incredible resources to help you along the way. We'll see you next time on Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie. And remember, always be sure you consult your physician before beginning any health and fitness plan.